Good morning. Welcome to Queen of the Classroom. I am your lovely host, EQ Education Queen. Coming to you live from the kitchen again. Seems to be where I get the best lighting. Now I can have that more like sunsetty kind of vibe, glow going on. I dig it. It's good lighting. Plus my camera's pretty good too. This week, I want to talk about more marigolds. So I had a podcast earlier on in my podcasting career, because I've only been at this for 7 months. And I talked about surrounding yourself with marigolds. And marigolds are people who help you grow. They are there for you, they support you, but they don't just blindly follow you. They help challenge you in a great way. And their most important role is to be there for you. So I want to extend on that because my marigolds, who I mentioned in that podcast, I want to talk about a few in particular because it's as you can tell, it's been a hectic year, especially for teachers. And I can only speak to my experience because I know that everyone is going through a rough time. Everyone is. So I can only speak to my experience, but thank goodness for my teacher friends. Thank goodness. I have two stories. One, I went to dinner with a colleague, and our dinners, I just love this woman. I love her so much. She's the one that kind of got me started on all of this. Her name's Judy. She's fantastic. So our dinners together, I would say minimum 3 hours, and it's wonderful. I don't even know how we get to 3 hours because we're just talking and the conversation just flows and it's so easy. And she's the type of friend that you don't need to stay in contact with every single day in order to feel close. And I'm just so grateful for her. She's wonderful. And everyone needs a Judy. Her name's Judy. Everyone needs a Judy. Just like time flies whenever we have dinner. And she's a really good foodie, so she knows all the places to go. We always have a good dinner. Second story. My team. We do teams at school. So you have the same core. It's science, history, and English are all your core. Math this year is on a completely different team because there's so many different levels and students don't just fall into a certain level, so we don't put math on our teams. Teams are designed because if you want to talk about students, then you share the same students so you become very knowledgeable on those students. So my team, science teacher, Breza, I call people by their last names too at school. Not sure why, just do. History, Masood, and myself. We have a great team. And I know every team's gonna be like, we have such a great team. No, like we for real have a great team. And here's why. I was thinking about this with students earlier. It was either this week or the previous week. But there's like certain levels of like, if you're in a situation like this, go to this person. It just works. So Breza is the person who is super friendly to students, like super friendly. She sets great boundaries as well, but she calls students friends and she's very welcoming and she has a heartwarming personality. And she's the one that you go to if you just need an ear to listen to you. Just like good people. She's just such a good person. And she also, her and her fiance make some incredible food. Because one day I didn't have breakfast. She's like, oh, try this. My fiance made blah, blah, blah. He just like threw these things together. And it was like, I would pay good money for that kind of breakfast. It was like a frozen yogurt with granola on top, but it had like a peanut butter crust. And she's like, oh, we just whip these up. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I just whip things up like that too. No problem. But she's such a giving person. Then you have me, who comes in real hot with students. I'm sort of savage, sort of sweet kind of thing. I have really high expectations. I reward generously. I love being witty and sarcastic and just spitting it back at students where, like, if they want to, I don't know, try to like be a court gesture in a way in class, then I shut it down so fast. I love talking to students in the hallway in the morning. I just make my presence known. I'm very loud, but super caring. I have spies all over the building. People tell me all sorts of things all the time. That's how I'm very knowledgeable, and that if there's something going down in the school, I'm going to know about it. Then you have Masood, who you have to picture like after school, she's like the mom that you want to go to her house after school because she's going to have the best snacks. If you get injured, you want to go to her. Like, she's going to be so loving and just care for you, and anything that you need, she'll be like, just sit down. I'll take care of everything. She'll like bring you food. She's, wow. Like, I know that if my heart is heavy, I go to her because she will just make me feel so good about myself, but she won't let me just blindly go in a direction if she doesn't think it's good for me. And I think she does that for students too, where she's very supportive, but she will also tell you, she's like, but see, here's where you kind of messed up. And then she'll let you know. But it's in such a way that you don't feel like a jerk about it. I'm a blessed lady. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to notice the people in your life, the marigolds in your life. And I want you to what is their role? What is their role in your life? Each person has a different role. And maybe it is for that constant support. Maybe it is the person you go to when you have to make a tough decision. Maybe it's the person you go to because you know you're gonna have a great time. Start figuring out who's in your life and for what reason. Maybe you haven't discovered the reason yet, but everyone plays a role. So what is each person's role in your life? And if they're not there to serve you, to make you better, to challenge you, to be a better version of yourself, then why are they in your life? Or maybe they're not marigolds for you. Just start looking more closely at your relationships and your friends. And you'll start to really smile when you think about some of them. They just make you feel good. Everyone needs marigolds. So be on the lookout for those. That's your challenge this week. I hope you have a great day. Hope you make smart choices. Be kind to one another. Search for those marigolds. They're everywhere. I know I have more than just those 4, but those 4 just stood out to me this week. I feel good. My heart is happy. Can't wait to see some of you at school. Some of you,